Over the past week, I've been helping a few mortgage brokers learn and optimize how they can improve their document processing workflow. And to do that, I've been using Stack AI. If you're not familiar with Stack AI, it's an enterprise agents platform that basically allows you to integrate with a lot of the common technology stack that you might use, think SharePoint and Gmail. But it's got a lot of integrated features that allows you to very easily build and deploy agentic type experiences on behalf of these businesses, and they even extend out to their customers. So in this video, I'll show you what I built for this mortgage broking company, how they can use it to collect documents from their customers, and how the process will go from ingesting of the documents right the way through to the analysis and even the output of a statement or a report that gives a summary of creditworthiness and basically analyzes all of the documents that were put in by the customer. So Stack AI is a pretty cool platform. It's an end-to-end platform that allows you to build and deploy AI agents, and it extends pretty well into the financial sector, which is why I've been speaking to a few different mortgage broking companies about it, because a lot of the mortgage brokering process, especially for those in Australia or in markets where there are a lot of high volume, high transactions, there's a lot of manual paperwork involved. So because of that, Stack AI becomes a pretty good choice for a lot of financial institutions, in part because of how easy it is to be able to collect and build different documentation flows and workflows at scale, but also because of the security standards and the governance that are built into the platform. A lot of the HIPAA compliance, GDPR, APRA regulations, the CPS 230 and 234 are covered as part of this platform as well. So it comes out of the box with some pre-built certifications and security that make it safe to process documentation through. So I'm going to give you a demo of how it works. I had AI draft up some dummy payslips and documentation from a borrower called Alex Mercer. It's all fake test data just for the purposes of this demo. So we're uploading 4 of the typical documents that mortgage brokers would often deal with: a fortnightly payslip, a bank statement, an ATO income statement from MyGov, and a notice of assessment. So we're going to upload all of these documents into Stack AI. The platform that you see here is provided as part of Stack AI. It's a hosted portal that you can brand to your own broking business, but for the purposes of this demo, we've just left it as is. All of the instructions here are customizable as well. You can even add additional fields like name or other fields that you'd like to be able to collect information from the people that are submitting the files. So I've gone ahead and uploaded the files here. I'm just going to click submit, and that is now going to send those files through into our Stack AI workspace. So you can see by doing this, you could have your own branded custom portal sent to your customers or your borrowing applicants. Once you've had an initial call with them, this can then be sent to them. That will take all of the required documents from them and put them into this workflow. So while those documents are submitting, I'm going to take you through the flow and show you exactly how it works. So we've got this document collection node, which is basically connected to the form that you just saw. This enables a user to upload files of different formats from PDF, Word, Excel, different spreadsheets into this portal. There's different settings that you can put here. None of it is really relevant aside from the text in images. This is an important setting to turn on if you want the AI to be analyzing the text from an image-based file. I would suggest just to keep it simple, and the vast majority of people who use this should be just asking their customers or applicants to upload PDF, Word, Excel sheets only. Most of the documents you'll be requiring will be uploaded in that format anyway. So once you've gone from the mortgage document collection, this is where the raw data extraction happens. We're using different AI models here to optimize for different parts of the process. The raw data extraction node doesn't have to be a very high reasoning, high effort task for the AI. So it's best to reduce your costs where you can and try and save money on the ingestion and call it the legwork, where we're basically just extracting all of the critical information from the documents that have been uploaded. So the AI in this case doesn't have to be a super powerful model like Claude. We can use something like Gemini, which is still a very good model, but its cost per token is much lower and it's still quite effective. So you can see the instructions that we put in here. We have just had to put in some of the JSON structuring from the previous node, so the mortgage document, so that the AI knows that it can ingest into that node and then what to do with the documentation once it lands. From there is the financial summary agent. This agent is a little bit different to the raw data extraction agent. The financial summary now needs to have a little bit of context and a little bit of reasoning. So by doing that, and you can see on the right hand side here, there's a lot of different models that you can choose from. Stack AI actually gives you a suggested reasoning speed and context suggestion. so that you know the most appropriate agent or model to be using for certain purposes. For this one, we've been using GPT 5.4. It's probably a little bit overkill, but it is a pretty good model. And you can see here, it actually suggests to you that it's best for summarizing or analyzing very long reports and documents. So this is going to be the best use case for GPT 5.4. It is summarizing information, so it's taking all of the raw fields from the raw data extraction agent and actually trying to ascertain a financial summary. What are the insights and the learnings from that raw data that the agent can take and formulate into a report for the broker to read? The next agent, powered by the same LLM, GPT 5.4, is a financial underwriting assistant. So this role of this agent now is to take the raw data and the financial summary and to work on kind of an output or a credit worthiness or a financial assessment based on all the information that's been provided. You can see the prompt and the instructions for this one is quite long, and all of what you've seen so far is customizable, including the structure and the output format, which I'll show you what that looks like very soon. But all in all, what we're really trying to do is to have the AI do different tasks rather than having one agent do everything all at once. It becomes much more efficient, and it's a great part of how Stack AI is built, when you can pass the data from one agent to another and create a bit more of a process using different LLMs for different parts of the task. Lastly, the output is going to be an email. This can be configured to be a document, a Slack message, a Teams message, anything that you would like. The input here, we're just going to take my email address and add in the subject. All of this can be configured programmatically as well. We've got some HTML in here to add some styling to the report, which I'll show you very soon. You can now see we're outputting the generic message here, which says the analysis for your customer has been completed. And we've linked through the financial summary and the creditworthiness assessment from this agent. So let's jump in and take a look at how the report will actually look. Don't judge me, I'm not a designer, and we can obviously tweak the design according to your branding and your requirements. You may want this as a document that you can download and store as part of your client records. You can see here the applicant is Alex Mercer. There's a financial summary, including just an overview of his role, what he does, what documents have been included, and a very high level overview of his income, as well as any debt that can be ascertained from the uploaded documents. For example, we can see he's got a Telstra mobile bill, a credit card bill, and a rental payment that's been coming out of his bank statements on a routine basis. Broken down as well is the assets and liability position with different loan balances and a net worth. This is only as good as the data and the documents that you're collecting from your customers. So in a real situation, you're probably going to have many more documents and pay slips and bank statements. So this report will be even more powerful. In this case, it's probably making some assumptions based on the lack of data that I've given it. It's only got one of each document type. Most brokers will be collecting 3 or 4 pay slips, 3 or 4 bank statements, and a load of other information as well. The LVR is also calculated for loan security, different financial highlights, so positive cash trends, bank credits, income. Any concerns that come up as a result of this as well are highlighted here. So the AI will be making assessments based on the concerns and what it can find within the documentation. So that's the summary of the financial agent, which is the first agent we saw. We're now looking at the detailed assessment, which is going to be credit worthiness. So this looks into much deeper analysis in terms of his income, expenses, financial behavior, and lots of other information in terms of credit history, outstanding debts and liabilities, assets, savings, and the affordability for a new mortgage, as well as a recommendation. So this is all AI generated, but the important part to note is that I haven't given it as much documentation and context as you as a broker would be giving it. So this is going to be a lot more powerful when you have clients actually uploading their real data and their real documents into it. And the best part is the outputs and how these clients are judged can be tweaked and tailored based on your requirements. You can train the AI on different frameworks and strategies to make sure that you're getting outputs that are relevant to your industry or your location. So this isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. We would build and tweak and tailor this for you. But the idea of this is just to show you how much more you could optimize your document collection and analysis process simply by incorporating something like Stack AI. We've already been building a couple of proof of concepts for some of the brokers we've been working with. So if you'd like to get in touch with us and learn more about what this could look like for you, don't hesitate to send me a message and let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help.